You're sitting in a room full of people. Conversations are happening all around you. Maybe there's laughter, maybe music, maybe the comfortable noise of people who seem perfectly at ease. And yet, somewhere inside you, there is this quiet, hollow feeling, like you're watching everything from behind glass, present, but not really there. If this sounds familiar, I need you to hear something before anything else. This doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you're antisocial or ungrateful. Psychology actually suggests that people who experience this kind of loneliness are some of the most emotionally intelligent, deeply feeling people there are. The world just hasn't explained it to them properly yet. So today, let's change that. Here are the real reasons you feel lonely, even when you're never actually alone. 1. You crave depth, not just company. Psychology shows that human beings have two separate needs: the need for presence and the need for truly being known, and these are not the same thing. Research indicates that it's never the number of people around us that makes us feel connected, it's the quality of those moments. If small talk drains you, if you come alive when a conversation finally goes somewhere real, then you already understand this. The room isn't empty, the depth is. And that longing for something more meaningful, that's not a flaw. That's emotional richness. That's you refusing to settle. 2. You feel things others aren't even noticing. Research on emotional sensitivity shows that some people are simply wired to process emotions more deeply. You might walk into a room and immediately sense tension no one's talking about. You feel the sadness behind someone's smile. You notice things others completely miss. And when no one around you seems to be experiencing what you're experiencing, isolation quietly sets in. But here's the reframe. You're not strange. You're tuned to a frequency most people around you aren't. And the right people, when you find them, will recognize that about you immediately. 3. You're showing up as a version of yourself that isn't fully real. Research on authenticity and well-being shows that people who feel free to be their true self report significantly higher levels of connection and belonging. But when we spend social situations performing, saying what's expected, laughing on cue, hiding what we actually think, even a room full of warmth doesn't reach us because it's reaching the mask, not the person underneath. This isn't a judgment. There are real reasons people learn to protect themselves this way. But the loneliness you feel in those moments is your inner self quietly reminding you, this isn't enough. You deserve spaces where you don't have to perform. And finally, you simply haven't found your people yet. And sometimes it really is this simple. Research on belonging identifies it as one of the most fundamental human needs. But belonging doesn't just mean being included, it means being included as who you actually are. Being surrounded by people who don't quite get you is like being thirsty while standing next to a pool you can't drink from. The water's there, but it's not meeting the need. And that thirst doesn't mean something is wrong with you, it means you know exactly what real connection feels like, and you refuse to pretend that something less is the same thing. So here is what I want you to take with you today. Feeling lonely in a crowd doesn't mean you are too much or not enough. It means you feel deeply, you think honestly, and somewhere inside you, you know that surface-level connection was never going to be enough for someone like you. That is not a weakness, that is a compass. It is pointing you somewhere more real. You are not alone in feeling this. In the fact that you're here, asking these questions, looking inward, that is where everything begins to shift. If this resonated with you, subscribe right now. Every week, we explore the psychology behind how you think, feel, and connect, because you deserve to understand yourself, and we're not going anywhere.